Welcome back to More Sip to Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to talk about our More Sip to Tally power rankings. And I know we're a day late. Had some things pop off yesterday that I had to take care of for the main channel, which ended up being great. And I kind of put this on the back burner. But here we are today, Wednesday. Let's get into the More Sip to Tally power rankings. First off, let's talk about our biggest gainers and our biggest losers. Our biggest losers of the week so far are the LA Rams. They dropped 6 spots to number 24. The Colts, the Indianapolis Colts. They dropped 6 spots also to number 25. Our biggest gainer of the week, the LA Chargers. They went up 14 spots to 15. Now, the way week 8 played out was crazy, and for the Chargers to jump up 14 spots by winning their game, it's really a testament to how crazy the NFL got. And we got a bunch of teams sitting at 3 and 4 losses. So it can go either way, with this power rankings. But let's count down the top 12 teams, and we'll go 12 through 9, which I'll just talk about for a quick second. And then we'll have our graphics for teams 8 through 1. Team number 12, the Jets. It's crazy what the Jets are doing without Aaron Rodgers. They've built their way up to 4 and 3. They've won 3 in a row. They're sitting at number 12 right now. Tough. If they can find a way to keep Zach playing at the level he is, or even get better, their defense is so freaking good. So freaking good. So I got them at number 12 right now. Number 11, another team in that same conference, the Bills. The Bills are 5 and 3. They're coming off a victory. They're kind of up and down. Like they're hot and they're cold. They have a good showing. They have a bad showing. But right now, they're sitting at number 11. And the combination of Josh and Stephon is really, really dangerous. When that thing gets going, they're tough to beat. And they got one of the best front sevens on defense out there. And they just recently signed Fournette to try to help bolster their running game. So I don't know how much he'll help. I don't know what he has left in the tank. But we know he's a bruiser, and he'll probably help when the weather turns cold up there in Buffalo. Number 10, team that was formerly number 1 on this countdown a couple weeks ago, San Francisco 49ers. After George Kittle and the rest of the 49ers kind of embarrassed the Cowboys and, Kittle had the F Dallas t-shirt, they've fallen on hard times. They've lost 3 in a row. I still think they're a good team. That's why they're not further down, but I got them at number 10. And number 9, I have the Bengals. The Bengals have won 3 in a row. They're getting hot after their slow start with the injury to Joe Burrow. They're starting to be, they're fine-tuning what they do offensively. And I think on the back end of their defense, where they lost their 2 safeties, they're starting to play better and starting to come into their own. And again, their defensive line is not bad either, with Reeder and Hendrickson and those boys. Let's get into our graphics now. Let's go 8 through 1. And see who made the top of our More Sip to Tally countdown for week number 8. All right, let's transition to the ones we have graphics for. But before we do that, if you have not hit that like button, please do so. If you've not subscribed, consider subscribing. And when you do, hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop throughout the 2023 season. So I appreciate everybody for subscribing. Appreciate all the new subscribers. And let's get this countdown started. Well, finished, matter of fact. Coming in at number 8, Seattle Seahawks. They're sitting at 5 and 2, won 2 in a row, coming off their last victory versus the Browns. Browns with one of the better defenses in the NFL. The Seahawks pulled it out. They're sitting at number 8 with a good matchup versus the Ravens this week. So that'll tell us a lot about the Seattle Seahawks coming up this week. But for right now, they have them at number 8 on the More Sip to Tally power rankings. Good team. 3 good receivers. Defense is getting better. Offensive line is gelling. They got a young team, too. Got a good young team. So this is a team that right now they're in first place, too, over the 49ers. So be on the lookout for the Seahawks, especially if they win this game this weekend. Or even if they don't win this game, still be on the lookout for the Seahawks because they got a good thing going right there. Pete Carroll got them boys going. Geno's playing some high-level football. They got everything they need offensively. Defensively, they're coming around. They're getting better. Jamal's back in the fold. So keep your eye on the Seattle Seahawks. Number 7, Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys coming off of 2 straight victories. They're 5 and 2. Their last game versus the who was that last game? trying to remember off the top of my head. I had it. That's what I get for doing this a day later. All I remember from their game is Marquise Bell making a bunch, and a bunch of tackles. The Rams, that's who it was. They blew the Rams out. 43-20, I think. Yeah, 43-20. They beat the snot out the Rams. I like Dak was the old Dak. CeeDee Lamb went nuts for like 12 catches or something like that. So the Cowboys are trying to inch their way back to the top, and I had them at one point like 5 or 4 maybe, but they had a couple of blunders. And since the 49ers game, they're kind of finding their footing, going back at it, and their O-line is trying to get healthy too. Their left guard is something special. If you get a chance to watch film or watch any Cowboys, YouTubers or whatnot, lock in on their left guard. I think it's Tyler Smith. That kid's really, really special. Let's go to number 6. Detroit Lions. The Lions were number 1 2 weeks ago. They lost to the Ravens, so I dropped them down. Right now I have number 6. For the second week in a row, they're 6-2. No movement up or down. They beat the Raiders on Monday night. And after they lost to the Raiders just imploded. But not to make this about the Raiders, the Lions have really, well, not have really. They were forced to give Jahmyr Gibbs more touches. And look what he has done in these past 2 weeks. That second half versus the Ravens, this Monday night game versus the Raiders. I hate to be one of the people that say I told you so, but I told you so. I told you that young buck is going he gonna be special. And I know Montgomery is their workhorse and they're between the tackle guy, but you can't deny what that kid got. Them same 20 touches that you give David Montgomery, you give them to him, your yards may double. So, but I ain't gonna speak on it too long. I just wanted to let y'all know that I told you so, Lions fans. Or one pride, one roar, whatever it is. I told you. Number 5. Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Broncos this weekend. Tough loss. The lack of receivers is really starting to show up for Kansas City because really people are starting to hone in on Kelsey and they're daring the other receivers to beat them. So KC got to figure something out. The trade deadline was not good. I knew they were going to pull something blockbuster and get a big name receiver. They didn't. Can they pull it together and figure it out and get it together, without a number 1 guy? I think so. They did it last year. They really didn't have a stud receiver last year, and they won the chip. So they still got a chance to pull it together. Got me cold back, but I really think had all this stuff happened with the Raiders before the trade deadline, I think we'd be seeing Devontae in Kansas City, which would be deadly to the rest of the AFC. But I'm glad it didn't. But if they release him, if they release Devontae, don't be surprised if he show up in Kansas City. Really. All right. Number 4, the Dolphins. Now, it's crazy. We just talked about KC because they play the Dolphins Sunday in Germany, which is going to be a great game. I'm, excited to see that one because 2 pretty good teams, as you see here, ranked in this power ranking, number 5 and number 4. It's going to be a good matchup. And they got the slate to themselves. No other games will be on at the time that this game will be on. So we can kind of watch it thoroughly and see what goes on, and all eyes that are up will be able to see that game. The Dolphins beat, who they beat this weekend? The Patriots. And the Patriots did a good job taking out Tyreek, I think the last time they played with the rookie, but he didn't play this time. And so I'm not saying he would have shut down Tyreek, but they got busy. And so the Dolphins are always dangerous offensively. They're starting. I think they get their safety back Holland this week, so that may help them on the defensive side. Ramsey's back, so I picked Kansas City to win, but I probably should have taken that pick back because I forgot about the Dolphins getting their defensive guys back. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 on this list. This team right here is hotter than fish grease to y'all. Like, for real. I know y'all going to get tired of me saying that, but they are. They've won 5 in a row. Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, Trevor Lawrence is playing out of his mind. The defense is playing out of his mind. They beat the Steelers 20-10. ATN is doing some of everything. They just find ways to win. No matter who it is, they just finding ways to win. They've won, again, like I said, 5 in a row. Tough to put your finger on them, and they get after it. That they got a linebacker that does everything Fuye Aluakon. I think I pronounced it right because I always butcher his name. He gets after it. Then they got Lloyd too. They solid. Number 1 pick, Trevon Walker. They got pieces all over the place. They just get after it. They get after it. Ridley, Evan Ingram, the other pieces, the complementary pieces to go with it. And then I saw him line up ATN at receiver and ran and threw a go ball to him when he beat somebody deep. It's tough. Tough. I think they're going to run away with the AFC South, and they're going to be tough to deal with. Right now, I got them at number 3. Number 2, my squad, Baltimore Ravens. Won 3 in a row. Beat the Lions, who were ranked number 1 on this list last week. Beat Arizona this weekend. Bumped up a spot. So I think they're the number 2 ranked team in the NFL right now to me. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on. They would cut grass today, huh? But let's get on to the number 1 team. Philadelphia Eagles. The only team that's 7-1. And they, no matter how you win, as long as you win, and they winning. And Jalen is starting to play better. Jalen was the only thing holding them back. He's starting to play better. And God darn, A.J. Brown is out of his mind. If I'm not mistaken, it's 5 or 6 125-yard plus games. And it's tough to compete with that, especially with the defense they got. And their defense is starting to lock people up and do the things that they did last year. So, number 1 team on this list is the Philadelphia Eagles. And again, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here because the knuckleheads next door decided to cut grass today. So I appreciate everybody for coming out. This is Coach Evans with More Sip to Tally on the More Sip to Tally Power Rankings for Week 8. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me and the people cutting grass. So I'll see y'all next week. Peace.